Welcome to the wetlands. Testing out a little new piece of gear here, a nice late afternoon walk. It's a bit windy today, but I think it's very nice. Good afternoon, everyone. Just recorded a clip on another device here, but I'm out here in Ashland County, Richland County, just looking at these wetlands here. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I've never been to this park before, but I'm happy to be walking out in this park. I want to showcase a little new piece of gear I got today. But first, should I go down there? I think I'll go down there. Let's see what we have to offer in these wetlands here. We are Stick to Eagle, and we are walking somewhere and exploring the woods. Just going a little walk today with all of you. Thank you for tuning in. Can't wait to share what I'm going to share with you ahead of my Antarctica trip coming up in less than a month now. It's the last day of February today, y'all. Embrace the journey. Let's keep on hiking out here. Can't say northbound anymore, but so happy you're with us today. Let me share this camera. I've just got this camera here, and it's a DJI Action 4 camera. This is how I record clips here. It's on because I just tried to record a little first clip with it. I have this stick that expands, so I can expand it, and then this is attached to the bottom is a piece of equipment that I got for my thru hike for my phone. And I just kind of screwed it on to the end here. I'm thinking it might attach to my trekking pole at some point. I have to experiment with it, but I might be able to wrap it around my trekking pole, which is what I originally intended to use for attaching my phone to my trekking pole. But I ended up mailing that home at Neil Gap. So I didn't really use it much in my thru hike. I just used my phone like I'm using this phone right now to record this segment. But when I was hiking with Jenny on the Finger Lakes Trail, my phone kept dying because it was so cold. By the way, it's a really warm, like 50 something degrees right now, so it's so pleasant. But the phone kept dying, and I got concerned about how my phone would perform in Antarctica when it's windy and cold, and I really want to get really good footage, both to share with all of you, but also because I might not ever get back to Antarctica, and I do not want to miss being able to go back and watch my experience like I can watch my thru hike. So I got something after talking to Jenny and some others about what has survived the cold, and GoPro was not it. Based on watching some YouTube videos, I learned that GoPro can fail in the cold too. So I'm expecting cold, obviously, down there, and I want to capture good footage and not have my phone die on me when I could capture a moment that I might miss otherwise. So I'm being prepared with this DJI Action 4 camera that I got on sale, like less than $200 because the Action 5 camera just came out, and I'm hoping that will be ready whenever I'm ready to capture some great stuff. Look at these wetlands here. They are wet. There's almost a river flowing through there. There's some ice where obvious ice and snow has been melting this week due to the warm weather. It's kind of a nice scene here. I really don't know where I'm going, but hey, it's okay. We're explorers out here. I'm also going to be testing out the audio. So I'm not recording a lot of clips with this today. I'm just kind of testing it out. and seeing if my audio comes through well when I put it together. It's clicking now, telling me it's going to turn off because I haven't used it in a few minutes. But just seeing how the audio comes out, seeing if I can rely on that for audio or just images or what. Just a little shakedown of some new camera equipment before the big Antarctica adventure. It is so wet out here. Anyways, why am I excited for this camera here? Like, I'm excited because one, I don't need to use my fingerless gloves, and I'm wearing them just to show you what I would do. I need my fingerless gloves in order to press the buttons on my phone and unlock my phone to record, and use my touchscreen on my phone. However, the first reason I'm excited for this camera is because it's a little mushy and muddy here, because I don't need to take my fingers out of gloves in order to press like that top button or the power button there. I could just have my fingers in gloves. And this is the turn on and off or toggle between photos and videos, and the top button there is to start recording or take a picture. And you could press those buttons having thick gloves on, and you'll be fine. You don't need to take your gloves off and risk getting your fingers super duper cold in a cold environment, like wintertime or 20s or below temperatures. So that's the first reason why I'm excited for this over my phone, because I remember using my phone to blog the whole Appalachian Trail, for those of you who might be new after the Appalachian Trail. And I remember if I recorded a few clips or a long clip in a row, my fingers would be so cold and I would need to get my hand warmers out or something in order to warm up those fingers. Beautiful scenery here, cloudy day today. The second reason why I'm excited for this new piece of equipment is because I will not need to delete my footage. I can put my footage on the SD cards and keep them. I don't need to, like I did on my phone while I was on my hike, figuring out footage as I went, because I'd never really done long-term recording before. I would need to delete my footage every time I wanted to make room for new footage. So in one respect, it made me go to hostels often because I had to upload videos in order to make room for new videos and didn't have a lot of extra storage space. Now, I don't need to worry about that storage space on my phone. I can just put a new SD card in this and I'll never lose the footage. I can always go back to the raw footage and access it later if I want to. The thing is, in the AT, I've lost all that footage and I can't go back to it now. But, you know, it's all a learning process. I've done a whole thru hike and I'm still learning better things about equipment. Changes that I would not have made in the middle of a thru hike anyway. Little branch down here. I wonder if I should record some details with my camera about some of these pine trees here. Beautiful day. How's my audio capturing on this camera? Is it still picking up? Especially since it's windy right now, so it's really good test of how my audio is. It's mostly in the trees there. I don't know if I'll need to talk louder in order to pick up because the camera's farther away, or if I can just talk like this, so you guys can test it out with me. Look at those birds flying. Do you see those? I don't know if that picked up, but that's really, really cool. Alright, and this test clip here. Beautiful formation of the clouds here, back in my phone where I'm used to recording. If I like this camera and how the audio and pictures come out, I might use a mixture of both, because I'm so used to recording on my phone, but I might not be able to, like I said, completely rely on it. So number one reason why I purchased this camera is because I can access the footage forever afterwards. Second reason, like I won't lose my footage. Second reason is that it can withstand cold a lot better than my phone can, wind and cold, so I won't lose the opportunity to get good footage. And third reason is that in the extreme cold, I won't need to de-glove my fingers in order to press the buttons and record. I can press them while I'm still wearing gloves. So I think those are three great reasons to be excited for the opportunity that having this camera will provide. The only thing I haven't figured out yet is how to zoom really well on that camera. Like I can zoom like this really good. The camera can zoom 2 times, which I've discovered how to do, but it's hard for me to tell in the moment how good that zoom is until I look at the screen later, because the screen is smaller and farther away when I'm using it. Maybe I'll try a footage of zooming now and test to see how it looks when I edit it later. So I'm going to test the zoom feature here on this camera, see if I can figure it out live with you all. And it's zooming. Is that as good as it zooms on my phone? Maybe. Zoom on those trees there. Alright, let's keep exploring. How's this camera look? I can see it when it's like up close and I'm really up close to the screen, but sometimes I'll extend it away from me like that. I think I can also turn it around and see me here. There we go. I can see me on the other screen, and I can just turn it around and flip-flop that just like that. That's really cool. I don't even have to change the clip. I can just go like that and see myself on the front screen there, and then on the back screen as well. That is where I'm at right now. I just randomly came across the entrance on the trail. I drove in the drive a little bit more, but I came across the entrance here, so I figured I'd get the sign while I'm here. So y'all, I'm recording this on my phone again because I want to make sure I capture the audio when I want the audio to be captured, because I'm not sure about the playback on this yet. But we'll be going to Antarctica late March, so I don't expect to have Wi-Fi or much connectivity there, so you'll have to wait till April to see my experience. However, I'm really excited to share it and to experience it for myself. It's all part of my goals of traveling to all 7 continents. And I've been to 3 so far. Obviously North America, because that's where I live. I've been to Asia when I went to Israel in 2018 with my seminary, which was a divinity school, church school, to become a pastor. I went with the group there to explore the Holy Land in Israel. And that is Asia. It's East Asia, but it is Asia. The wind is blowing in my face here. And then we went to, what is the other one? Oh, Australia, of course, back in 2019. That was an adventure too. So I've been to 3 of the 7, and soon I'll have been to 5 because we'll be spending a night or 2 in South America and Argentina as we get on our boat to sail across the Drake Passage and go to Antarctica. So I've just made one big loop here. I went in those gates in the beginning, and then the entrance was like over there, and then I'll come back down this trail here. Just one more final test here before I close out. Look around here. There's a parking lot. I'm really curious to see how the wind comes on it and how the footage comes out, how my voice comes out. Thank you for exploring my initial run with this DJI Action 4 camera. I've decided I'm not going to go down there because it looks super muddy. You probably just heard my DJI Action camera power itself off again. That's very nice. It powers itself off if it's not being used, so that I don't use all of its battery. So y'all, that was a very brief hike. It was shorter than I expected it to be. Left about 4:30. It's about 5 o'clock now, so it was only a half hour. But it was really just meant to get outside and experiment a little bit with this new camera that arrived this week, and then see how it goes to edit the video later. So we'll probably, it's supposed to be nice. It was in the 50s today. It might be nice tomorrow too to go out somewhere. So we'll see about that. But thanks for joining me on this voyage walk with this. And see, this is what the extender looks like. I can extend it a lot farther too if I want to. Maybe use this to attach to my trekking pole. We'll see. But thanks for joining me on today's hike and sticking around with me till the end. We'll have many more adventures, and you have to believe there'll be another thru hike in my future too. I am missing that trail. Following some hikers starting out, Wildflowers Adventures, Mama Bear and Bear. I've been starting to watch their video, and also Chris Oconee. Gosh, Alpha Gal is his trail name. So he watched me last year, and he's watched so many other hikers, and I saw that he's going on a hike this year, so I've subscribed to him and watching him now. So can't watch a lot of people, but it's fun seeing some trail videos, both from last year, rewatching my own journey, and then following some people this year. So that's exciting. So keep on following and cheering on those hikers, y'all. If you stuck around with me, thank you. Even though I'm not hiking this year, we wish those other hikers well. Anyway, you all, wherever you are, wherever you watch, and whether you be on trail or somewhere else, may you always embrace the journey and happy trails. Decided to go exploring a little more. See this landscape here. Out of the wind a little bit because I found a bench. It's always nice when you find a bench. What does that say? The bird is bigger than the clay pigeon. I just found this trail here, and apparently I've missed a lot here. I'm gonna test this out, but I just went from the parking area up this road and then took that trail over to the other parking area and back down. But there's this whole red trail that goes up there to the river that I completely missed. Nice little road here. So the last time that I came down this road, saw these swamps over here with the ice, I decided to go that way, and it looped back around. But this time I'm going to continue following this trail this way. Look at all that ice there. Beautiful. How about this angle? Never tried this angle before. Might be an angle you've never seen of me. Hi. The audio working? I am exclusively using this DJI Action 4 camera now to see how it's like to exclusively use that camera. I used my phone a lot on the initial attempt, but now I'm starting to play back some clips and I'm like, hey, I can hear myself. Might actually work better than I expected. Well, I don't know what I expected. I wouldn't have bought it if I thought it was going to be less than stellar. Beautiful landscape, isn't it? And again, all on the new DJI Action 4 camera now. New bench. Take a break on the bench, right? Did somebody lit a fire here? Somehow I think that's not supposed to be allowed. I feel like the real adventure began when I ended my video. And now I'm finding these new twists and turns and woodlands up here. From the grassy wetlands into the pine forest. It's very windy today, but look at this. This is a different landscape. This park has a few different landscapes in it. And a whole new area that I was almost about to bypass and go drive back to the place where I'm staying. But wow, it's amazing out here. There's a flooded wetland area down there. So glad that I went back to my car, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look and see if there's anything else. And we discovered all this. The magic of discovery is so much fun. Like, you go to a place that you've never been to before, never visited, and then you find this new area that is really exciting to walk through. I think it's just wonderful. Look at this, ice melting, and then the other side. Blow down. A recent one too. Look at these lovely woods now. Beautiful. I think I might have reached the end of the trail, maybe. It kind of looks like a trail, but much less travel. I don't know. Just looks like woods to me after that bench over there. Yeah, all I'm seeing is woods. I'm not seeing a trail anymore. This is actually a 2x zoom, so it's more profile of me rather than farther away, which I think is more like what I did on my phone. But we are returning back to where I saw the bench, right through these grasses here, and then there's the bench behind me where I was just sitting. Let's go! I love that I can just turn around without stopping the video and going to a new segment. Like, I don't know, I'm just fascinated by that because I could never do that on my phone and then see what I'm recording because the camera has the two screens. That is so cool. Anyway, now we are just gonna backtrack and go back to the car, but I feel like I've explored this area a lot more now through all the sections of it than I had before, which is great. Now I feel like I visited. It's beautiful out here, y'all, and I'm gonna record my second outro using my DJI, which, by the way, every clip after my first outro, that when I was thinking I was gonna end my day, has been recorded on this DJI. So I feel like the extra walk was not only good to see more of the park, it was really good for me getting much more familiar with using this camera. So thank you for joining me as I learned so much about how to operate. I've even just been learning how to shift the angle of the camera when I shift between portrait self-view mode and non-self-view mode pointing ahead. Anyways, yeah, here's this tree. See, I just switched the angle of the camera. There's this tree that fell right here, right across the path. Anyways, now I switch the angle again and bid you all farewell. Thank you for joining me on this hike here. Let's not trip over this tree. And we'll see you in the next one. I may test it out some more because I'm actually really enjoying this. So thank you, DJI. Can't wait to edit now. See you all. Happy journey, or embrace the journey, and happy trails. Like we always say, get out there. Get out there and enjoy some of this fresh, beautiful air. Embrace the journey and happy trails. What a gorgeous spot for a break here. This was fun, y'all. Again, found a bench, take a break right here, and look out. It's been so long since I've sat down just staring out at nature. There's noise, highway noise in the background, but just sitting here staring at nature reminds me of how much I miss it. It's so peaceful out here, y'all. So muddy.